live on location. Josh Kohler, how do you pronounce it? Kohler. And from Indiana, Kohler, right? And from Indiana?
Yeah, Chicago in there, yeah.
That's awesome. You originally from there?
Yes.
Fox 43. The news was here the other day. ABC 27 was here to talk to me.
In your office?
We had the whole office sprayed with a product that kills the coronavirus. We did.
That's awesome.
A friend of mine that does a lot of construction for us and builds for us, Jeff Inch, who was supposed to meet me at 8 o'clock this morning to talk about some new build projects. Stood me up. But anyway, he has a pest treatment company. They were like the first one in Pennsylvania to get approved to spray this product. And they sprayed on all the touchable locations, like all your light switches, your tables, your keyboards, all that stuff. It takes 2 hours to dry. And then it has a 24-hour, whatever you call it, shelf life. Mm-hmm. So if it comes in contact with not just the coronavirus, but any other, if it kills that shit, it can kill anything, right?
Flus.
All that stuff. It was like $500 to spray the whole building. I think that's the product that when you see them like over in these other countries where they're just spraying like mass amounts all over the place in the subways and mass transit. That's what they've been spraying, but you had to get licensed because no one was doing it before. So they got licensed and approved by the Department of Agriculture like within 2 days to spray it. They did the bank, did almost everybody.
I was gonna say, talk about supply and demand.
Well, anybody that's because a lot of people are shut down, but if you're not shut down, like the people over at the bank, I mean, there's people working in the bank. Getting my dose of vitamin C. All right, so what's the next video? We're gonna pick one?
Yeah.
We just did Why Us, right? So let's do, you pick one.
You can do the closing process.
Okay.
For that one, you kind of have a choice. Do you want to go all the way through from start to finish? Like when
I'll try.
You know, when a seller submits their information to the web form from that point to.
What if we do it like, what is the process instead of closing process?
Yeah.
Like, and we'll break it into like, well,
videos.
Maybe even more. It'd be like, the phone.
Yeah.
Right. Then it's an appointment.
Yeah.
Then it's an offer. Then it's start the title work and then closing.
So that's what I was telling you. That video would probably be 5 minutes plus.
So let's do that. But as we do it, it's easier for me if I can. I have a little problem focusing. If I focus on not the whole process, but what's the first step look like? It'll take a pause, and then I can go. Okay, what's the second? Okay.
We can chop that up.
Is that good? Yep. For me, it's just easier to.
We can chop that up, and we'll take the call to action at the end and put that on like 4 different videos.
Okay.
So we'll take this one video and
turn
it into 4. All right, 1 sec. Stay put there. All right, ready?
Yeah.
This one's gonna have a little movement. That's what I want. So, all right, you're rolling.
Hey, I'm Eric. Lots of people ask, how does this process work? First, you'll typically fill out a web form or call one of our professional phone acquisitions agents. They're going to gather a little bit of information from you about your situation, when you'd like to sell, learn a little bit about the condition of the property. At the end of that call, if you'd like, we'll schedule an appointment for you to talk with one of our acquisitions agents. Our acquisitions agents are trained to be able to make fair, very, very matter-of-fact offers down to the penny. They can do so over the phone, or we can come out and meet with you in person to make the offer. That's step 1 of the process. When you call us, we'll gather some information. If it sounds like we're a good fit for you and we're interested in your property, we'll schedule an appointment for you to speak with or meet with one of our professional home buyers. If you have any interest in getting an all-cash offer on your home, just look us up on the internet. It's www.ericbuysyourhouse.com.
Then go into the next step.
Okay.
So don't do a call to action after each one. So just leave that and we'll chop that in.
Yep.
So then go to the next step. And the next one. 1 second. All right, you're rolling.
Step 2 of the process looks like this. After we spoke with one of our phone people, we scheduled an appointment for you to speak with or meet with one of our acquisitions agents. we're going to come out to the property or schedule a time to make you an offer over the phone. We'll do a quick tour of the property. We'll sit down and talk about what your needs are, how quick you would like to sell, and then we'll engage in conversation about pricing. We'll talk about what homes in the area have sold for. We can share with you what renovations we believe may be needed for the property, and also share with you what the cost of those renovations may be, and even tell you down to the dollar what we believe we can sell the property for after renovations. We believe in being completely transparent, and at step 2 in our process, when we talk about price, we will share all the information that you need to make an educated decision.
Okay. And then next up.
Step 3 in our process goes this way. So next in the process, after we've made an offer, if you accept, we'll write the contract. We'll sit down and take about 15 minutes or so to go through line by line and page by page with you the documentation that comes along with selling your property. We've made this extremely easy with no inspections, with no fees and no contingencies. Our contracts are very simple, but we do believe in going through those with you line by line because you should know what you're signing. So we take the time to go through all the paperwork with you. We'll sit down with you and go through that. And then once you've signed the contract, we're further along and we're taking the next step in the closing process. Once we've signed a contract, now the real fun begins. You can start planning your next move. You can start packing and making arrangements for where you're going to go next. Meanwhile, our team behind the scenes is handling everything for you, from title work to getting mortgage payoffs. Oftentimes we'll have title issues that need to be resolved. We work with a team of attorneys that handle all of that for you. So that step in the process is hassle-free, and it's been designed that way. So we're handling all of that work for you behind the scenes to get you from contract to the date that we schedule the settlement. Now, you're at settlement. That day has finally come. Whether it's been a week since we first met or it's been 3 months since we first met, whatever you chose as a settlement date, that day has come. When you get to settlement, it is literally the easiest thing you'll ever experience. We're paying all cash. The paperwork's not stacks of paperwork like you might have seen when you bought a property before and sold a property before that had mortgages and contingencies and fees and commissions and inspections. When you get to settlement, it literally takes between 10 to 15 minutes. At the end of that, you're going to get a check and you're going to go about your business. It's the simplest process you'll ever experience, that much I promise you. If you have any interest in getting an all-cash offer on your property, having a seamless process and an easy settlement on the date that you choose, look us up on the internet. It's www.integrityfirsthomebuyers.com.
Yeah, nailed it. Love it.
All right, so check one off the list. We got 5 done already.
Going through these.
That was the closing process. How about you want to pick one?
Why don't we do what taxes do I have to pay when I sell to an investor?
Okay.
Also, I think it'd be advantageous for you, instead of saying investor, you could still use the word investor, but use the term
Buyer.
home or house buyer.
Okay.
Because people are familiar, like that's an explanatory, example of what you do.
Yeah.
Because people think investor is a suit on Wall Street,
Yeah.
so you can still say real estate investor or home buyer.
Got it.
So maybe do, what taxes do I have to pay when selling?
How about fees?
So
Taxes
yeah, that's
are-
13.
like
so you could combine those two, really. I mean, you
Why don't
got
we-
taxes and then you got what
I
costs
think
are
you just
involved.
do what costs are involved.
Right, that's
Because
good.
taxes are, it depends. Like if you owe 5 years worth of back taxes, like you pay that shit, not me.
Right.
I mean, we
So
get
just
paid.
combine that into one. So what costs are involved in selling to an investor or a home buyer?
Yeah.
So that'll include, you guys pay all closing costs, all the fees, no commissions. So I would even say what costs are not involved. So like they're familiar with selling to a realtor.
Got it.
Or through a realtor.
Or just any
So,
kind of-
yeah. Same thing, just stand there. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
And you're rolling.
What does it cost to sell your property to a home buyer, like Integrity First Home Buyers? It's a really good question. There are no fees, no commissions associated with selling your property to Integrity First Home Buyers. When we calculate what we're going to offer you for either property,
Server with when we calculate it.
when we come up with an offer, that's what you can expect to physically get at the settlement table. There's no hidden costs, no fees, no commissions. If we pay you $100,000 for your property, you get $100,000 in settlement. Now, if you have payoffs or past due taxes or anything that you owe on the property, that will be paid at settlement, but you don't have to pay it out of pocket. It'll be paid at the settlement table out of the money that we're giving you. But no hidden costs, no commissions, no fees. There's not this crazy calculation of, I'm getting my property sold for $100,000, but I'm only getting $40,000 in settlement. This process is extremely easy. There's no math. What you sell your home for is what you get at the settlement table. No cost, no fees, no commissions. We handle all of that for you. Matter of fact, we have a legal team that handles all of the legal documentation. They're going to pull the deed. They're going to handle the title insurance. They're going to prepare all the settlement documents. All for free. Doesn't cost you anything. If you have any interest in selling your property for cash with no costs, no commissions, and no fees, look us up on the web, www.ericbuysyourhouse.com.
One more with you steering now.
Be ready for a costume change soon, man.
Yes. Yep.
No, I'm just playing. Let's shut this moneymaker down. See you guys.